There's no secret technique to mixing, and that's why it took me a long time to make this video. Because I feel like everything has been told already. And that's why I will tell you the few things that I have learned about mixing the past few years. And the fourth tip is my favorite one. The first thing is a mistake that I see a lot of people make, is compressing the sound too much and EQing them too much without even touching the volume sliders. If you actually consider using the volume sliders, you will get the first broad strokes of the mix before going into the details of the track. And one thing I often forget during the mixing process is using reference tracks. Take a song that has a similar mood or genre and put it in your project. This way you can look at the spectrum analyzer to see how everything fits in the track, and make sure the volumes of your own track and the reference tracks are the same so you can hear the differences. The third thing is to actually know and learn the fundamentals of the sounds in your track. You need to learn the place of where the sounds you're using belong. Imagine your leads being in the highest frequencies of the song, and then your pads a little bit more in the middle. And of course the kick is more in the sub, in the bass, but also a little bit in the low mids. Especially for a hardstyle kick is more across the whole frequency spectrum. But you can also use things like sidechain to let the punch of the kick cut through the mix. My favorite tip is actually improving your sound selection. If the individual sounds don't hold up, it's very difficult to make the whole track sound good. If you have a great kick but your leads sound very thin and flimsy, then you won't get that far. Number 5 is more of a mindset related tip. Think of the whole mixing process as problem solving. If the song sounds a bit empty in the mids, it might be a good idea to add some pads to fill the space. And if the vocal is not cutting through the mix correctly, you might have added too many mids into the song. And then you could either EQ the pads, lower the pads in volume, bring the volume up of the vocals, sidechain the vocals to the mids, and also just re-evaluating the whole processing on the vocals, like did you have good compression, good EQing, etc. And this also ties in with the previous tip, because if the vocals are not recorded correctly, if they don't sound good to begin with, then it's very difficult to make them sound good with a lot of processing. And I've also got one bonus tip for you: don't mix with your monitors turned all the way up. It's bad for your ears, but most importantly, it wouldn't help you to get a good feel for the balance of the whole mix. Let me know, what was your favorite tip from this video? If you have any questions, you can just leave them in the comments, and I will see you next time.